Hello and welcome. My name is Lucas Lechuga and I'm your host of Miami Real Estate TV. Today I'm super excited because I'm here at Vita at Grove Isle, recently completed. Just days ago they received their TCO and they're about to begin closings. So you're going to be one of the first to get an inside look. So let's head inside and meet up with Suarez, who's going to give us a tour of the development. It turned out beautifully. I'm super excited. Let's go. Well, Chris, thank you very much for being on the show. It's a pleasure to be here, and this development turned out so well. I'm so happy here.
Yeah, man, thanks for coming, and thanks for taking the opportunity to come and check this out, with us.
So we're here at Vita at Grove Isle, and so please share with my audience about the development. I know it's been a long time in the making, and We're finally here. You're about to begin closings, you mentioned.
Yeah, so we're really excited about the fact that we're about a week away from beginning closings in this project that we've been developing for, I'd say, the last 2 years it's been under construction, and we're so excited to bring it to the public and to the broker community just to show what an amazing product it is. Yep. I think really in Miami, and I know a lot of people may say the same in other developments, but I think there's really nothing quite as unique as this project in terms of all of our units are waterfront. It's located on this beautiful private island that we're redoing. And in Coconut Grove, which is probably one of the hottest neighborhoods right now in South Florida.
For sure. We were talking about the price per square foot and just over the past 10 years, how far it's come. I mean, we're getting over $4,000 per square foot and upwards over there. And here, the price per square foot you mentioned is like $2,500 per square foot?
Yeah, so I think, I feel like the market has kind of evolved in the Grove. And I think that what we're seeing now is that, here at Vita, we're estimated about $2,500 to $3,000 a foot. And 5 years ago, that was unheard of, right? Yeah. So I think that we've been successful in kind of bringing up the bar in pricing in Coconut Grove, and what a beautiful project to show off and,
For sure.
and kind of show what that price can now get you in the Grove.
And we were just discussing a little while ago how peaceful it is here. I mean, I don't know if you could hear, not here. There's like really no noise, and you were mentioning how you see dolphins in the morning here in the water.
I mean, it's a client brought it to my attention the other day, and it kind of seeped into me, and I kind of realized the fact that he said it's so quiet here, and it's really hard to find a property in South Florida where you don't get loud noise from the streets, from cars, and just overall noise, music, and I feel like here, when you're standing here in this terrace like we're doing now, it's just so quiet and tranquil. So I think that also adds value to the product, right?
Absolutely. And another thing to really point out is that we're directly on the water, where we were just comparing it to Coconut Grove. You're really not on the water, you're across the street from a park.
Yeah, like for
example,
that's a big
difference.
At our sister project in Four Seasons that we're doing now as well, there's really no project in Coconut Grove that has the water so close to your property, right? So you can literally breathe and smell the ocean of how close you are from your terraces, which is amazing.
So before we get into the development itself, tell me about the island, because I think that's a big selling point.
Yeah, so we've been working really hard with the residents of Grove Isle, pretty much bringing up this island to the current code. We redid the seawall that goes around the island. We're redoing all the tennis courts. Part of the project includes 9 tennis courts. We'll have tennis ball, pickleball, and...
So those were all redone?
Yeah, completely redone. We redid all the streets throughout the island. And we're actually working right now on redoing the security house as you drive in. So the whole approach and the whole experience within Grove Isle has changed dramatically. I urge everybody to come check it out. Just so you can see, I think Grove Isle has always had a reputation of, that island, it's that old island that used to be like where all the rich people hung out or had a unit.
Yeah. Back in the 80s, this was the hot spot.
Exactly. So we've brought back that whole that beauty of Grove Isle and modernizing it again and redoing all the streets. The security house again is brand new. The tennis courts will all be brand new. Where we're doing the landscaping. So really the whole experience as you drive into Grove Isle has dramatically changed.
And how many, this is the 4th building on the island. There's no more room for development. This is it. And how many units does Vita have? Yeah,
Vita is only 65 residences. So not a lot of units. And like I said before, they're all waterfront. They're all directly in front of the water. So yeah.
And you said off camera that there's 3 different components, each with a different type of view.
So right behind us, this more of an open water view is, it's called Mare. The center portion of our building that kind of sees the skyline lit up at night, we titled that section Luce. And then we have the far west portion, which is closer to the marina, and we titled that section of the building Sole. So again, it's Sole, Luce, and Mare. it's the same building. It's just differences in what you see throughout the building, and as the units are.
The building curves. It's kind of like a U.
It's like a half moon, exactly.
Yeah, a half moon. So we're facing east, and then the other side of the half moon is west.
Exactly. Correct.
So east to west with open water view. So obviously you get sunrise here and sunset over there.
Sunset on the other side. Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. And we were talking about just like the composition of the floor plans. Like, how about we?
So our smallest unit at Vita is 3 bedrooms. Those are roughly about 25 to 2,600 square feet.
Which is huge.
Yeah,
so that's your smallest unit.
So yeah, we don't have any 2 bedrooms, and I think that also, Ugo did that on purpose. He wanted to have larger units in this project, and after our 3 bedroom options, we have 4 bedrooms, and those units are about 37 to 3,800 square feet in
Massive.
size. Yeah, really large.
Yeah.
And then we also have, the project also has some 4+10 options, and then we have 12 of these penthouse units, which are duplexes. They have these beautiful private pools that you can see right behind us. And out of the 12 penthouses, we currently have 2 that are still available.
And how does parking work here? Because when I pulled up, it was very easy to park. There's a garage on site, but there was also valet.
Yeah, so all the units come with 2 valet spaces, and then in addition to that, we have private garages throughout the building. The idea here was kind of to create the experience where you self-park your car into your private garage, get into your private elevator, and then go straight to your unit. Whereas in a traditional building, you'd run into other people in the lobby, and so we feel that this approach is very private, and it really feels like a home. It doesn't feel like a traditional condo building where you have to run into a bunch of people. And
from what I could tell, there was only 1 floor of parking, right?
Yeah,
it's not like a big garage where you keep going up. It was literally 1 floor
on the ground level. So yeah, we have private garages throughout the whole building.
Because there's only 65 total residences, but in a lot of these new developments, there's like 10. There's a podium of parking, and you're spending 10 minutes getting in and out. Here, it's like minutes. I mean, you're in your spot in a minute.
This feels like a home. It really doesn't feel like a traditional building, and I think the idea was to create those private garages so that you just get into your private garage, private elevator, and go straight to your unit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then how about amenities? Because I know the building has its own set of amenities, but the island does as well.
Yeah, so amenities, we have 2 beautiful pools. Aside from the penthouses, for all the units, we have 2 pools. We have 1 private residential pool, and then we have another pool, which is for club members. And so there's a club component to this project. And basically what that means is that as a club member, you get access to one of our pools, and then you also have access to the 9 tennis courts that will be on site.
Okay. And how about finishes? I know in the beginning there were different types of cabinet finishes and stuff like that. How many offerings were there?
Yeah, so we used to offer our clients 2 versions of our kitchens, basically the lighter version and the darker version.
Okay.
And so in the 10 remaining units that we have, we've pre-selected some units to be white kitchens and white doors, and some to be dark kitchens and dark interior doors.
Okay, and as far as what you have available, you mentioned 10 units, like what are the price points and floor plans that are available?
Yeah, so we have 1 3-bedroom option left. That unit is about 2,500 square feet. It's priced at $6.5 million. And then aside from that, we have 4-bedroom options, which are about 37 to 3,800 square feet. They range about, I would say 8.5 to about 10.3 in terms of pricing. And then we have 2 penthouses, which are currently available. They're each about 7,000 square feet. Duplexes, 2 levels with private pools, and those are priced at $22 million each.
And last but not least, earlier in the discussion, you mentioned the name Ugo, and for the audience out there, the name Ugo, you don't even need to say the last name because people in Miami know Ugo Colombo delivers the best. So go into a little bit about Ugo and what he's delivered here in Miami.
Yeah, so I mean, for myself, it's been a privilege to work with Ugo, and we've been together many years already. But what I was telling you before, for me, the best part of working at CMC is that day when you have your walkthrough with your clients, he overpromises, he over delivers on what he delivers at the end, and I think that it's important for when you have a client that's doing their walkthrough for them to be happy that they bought into something that is really what we promised.
Yeah, so. I feel like his reputation is like the best. I honestly can't think of another developer in Miami that has a better reputation and we were discussing this off camera that it just makes it that much easier to sell future developments. You hear the name Ugo Colombo, you're like, where do I sign? Because
exactly.
you know he's going to deliver the best.
We have a following of people that buy into our buildings. You know, we have clients that have bought, whether it's in Santa Maria, at Epic, at Flatiron, you know, and all these, you know, at Grosvenor here in Coconut Grove.
Yep.
So he has a following of people just because they know that what he does, and you know, they know what they're going to get. So yeah, it's great.
So what I'd love to do is show the finishes to my audience out there. That way they can see for themselves exactly what has been delivered, because it's amazing.
All right, so here we are.
This is crazy. How high are these ceilings?
These ceilings are 11 feet, but they're all flush throughout the unit at 11. So we dropped it. If you want to add more lights, you can add more lights. If you want to add speakers, it's all drywall. I also point out the mudded-in AC diffusers that we have.
Yeah.
Our doors, for example, these are frameless doors, which are amazing. There's not a lot of developments that deliver these quality type of frameless doors. And then check out our kitchen. These are our amazing Molteni kitchens. They all come like this. This is the darker version. We also have a lighter version. But I think they're amazing. You know, they have these incredible panels that open up to, you know, to hide your appliances. All of our appliances are Miele. And then if you come around, you'll see like all these amazing features, how you have LED lights throughout. They come with 2 dishwashers, which is great for entertaining. So you have a dishwasher over here and another one over there.
And these are soft close, obviously, right?
Yeah, they're all soft close. And then, of course, you have your refrigerator and freezer over here. Which is touch. So, you know, they're all, again, Miele appliances, and this is also your freezer. So over here we have this amazing wine cooler that is also standard, and it's all, again, all Miele appliances, and this is found in all of our units as
Even the small 3-bedrooms?
Yeah, even the small ones have wine coolers that are Miele.
The small 2,500 square foot 3-bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. So back to the ceilings though, another thing I want to point out, a lot of developers deliver with concrete ceilings and then you have to drop it yourself. Here, Ugo dropped it.
Yeah, so Ugo dropped it within this penthouse. There are 11 feet high ceilings and they're dropped at 11. So the whole unit is flushed throughout at 11 feet.
So here you can hang chandeliers and
you can
it's
hang
already
chandeliers,
done.
You can add speakers. So, you know, in other developments, you'd have to drop the ceiling and then add more lighting. And here it's dropped already. And that's throughout all of our units at the same. So there's no differences in terms of ceiling heights.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. I mean, like when I bought my condo in downtown, I had to drop all my ceilings.
Exactly. So this is just a level above what the standard is.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then why don't we do the primary bathroom?
Yeah, let's check out the primary bathroom, and then we can see what comes with that. Yeah, so this is our primary bathroom, and pretty much everything that you guys see here is standard. You'll notice that the marble that we installed throughout the primary bathroom is all book match, meaning you know, all the veins line up. It comes with all this millwork that you guys see on both sides. So you have you know, 2 sinks on both sides. Our laboratories, you have a toilet bidet on each side of the bathroom. And then here in the shower, you'll notice that you have this tower in the middle. This tower, it does steam. So it's kind of a sauna feel, and that's why the glass is all enclosed. And then an amazing feature that we have too is that you'll notice that this particular glass is frosted and this one isn't. So this glass has a technology where if you press a button, it frosts for privacy.
So there's a remote.
There's a remote, and if you have people over that are on your terrace, you just press that button and it'll frost just like this.
Wow,
so
that's amazing. I've never seen that at an exterior window.
Yeah, so that creates privacy for the master bathrooms which face the water.
So that's the reason for the wiring.
Yeah, that's why we still haven't finished doing the wiring on it, but that's what that is.
Yeah, and so there's like a plastic wrap right now, but obviously that's a water view directly in front of us.
Yeah.
And then when you have it unfrosted, people are going to see direct water.
Exactly.
Just like you do there.
Just like that, yeah.
Okay.
So these are our standard finishes. The shower heads, there's 2 shower heads on the top. And all of our plumbing fixtures are Dornbrock.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great job.
So yeah, here we are at our amenities. This, for example, is one of our pools. And so this pool is for club members, right? Okay. So all club members that form part of our tennis club will have access to this swimming pool. We also have another pool that will be accessible to the residents. Okay. And then right behind us on the 2nd floor is where the restaurant will be. And then just right above that on the 3rd floor up there is where you're gonna have your club room. There's gonna be a spa, there'll be a gym. And so all of the amenities on the 3rd floor are private for Vita owners, okay?
Okay, and you mentioned off camera that that restaurant's open to the public?
Yeah, that restaurant will be open to the public. You know, it's a 60-seat restaurant, so very small, very intimate.
Same owners as Daniel's, you mentioned.
Same owners as Daniel's, yes. We're really excited about that. And just to point out to you guys too, you also have this walkway that goes all around Grove Isle, which is fantastic if you want to walk your dog.
Do you have any idea how big that is?
Yeah, I believe it's about, I think it's about almost a mile.
Okay.
Long. Yeah, so not that long.
That's great.
But it's the perfect fit. And the water, of course, right behind you, which is a great setting for anybody that wants to go for a run.
So what's fantastic about this location too is that you're so close to Coconut Grove and you're so close to Brickell.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, this is one of the best locations, I'd say, waterfront properties in South Florida right now.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's head up.
Yeah, let's go check it out. So now we are at what will be our club room, right? So this club room will be accessible to the owners, and right behind us there will be a beautiful bar area here. We're gonna have a great billiard table here, and basically owners can reserve this to have a party if they want to have a get-together. There are speakers, as you guys can see, that will be installed, and so they can use this whenever they want to, you know, have a party. Basically, they can show it. So the view also is pretty amazing from the third floor. And then after this, I'm going to take you guys to check out the spa and the gym.
Nice. Okay, let's do it.
Check it out. So to the right are where the men and women's spa will be.
Okay.
So you have saunas, steam rooms, even cold plunges that we're putting in. Right behind us, we have these massage rooms. Okay. And then as we go to the end of the building here, this will be a reception area for the gym. And then at the end is our open gym here. So all the equipment will all be techno gym equipment, it'll, you know, face the water. We also have a yoga room here to the right. But I mean, you know, who beats these views, you know, at a gym?
Amazing. Yeah, and again, there's only 65 residences, so it's a small gym, but this is really all you need.
Yeah, I don't think it'll fill up that much with that many people. So yeah, I mean, the views are really what makes it. And so, yeah, these are the common areas that are private for the owners.
Well, thank you so much, Chris, for taking the time out of your busy day to show us this development, because it turned out so beautifully. I'm super happy. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming and taking the time to check it out with us.
And just to remind the audience back home, there is supply left. There's 10 units remaining, and they're about to begin closings, right? You're beginning closings in the days ahead.
Pretty much ready to move in.
Yep, which is very rare. A lot of these developments are 2 to 3 years down the road. This one, brand new, ready to move in. Well, there you have it. As I mentioned, there's only 10 residences left. 6.5 to 10.2 for the 3 to 4 bedrooms, and $22 million each. There's 2 duplex penthouses remaining, each $22 million. So if you're interested in any of the remaining properties, contact me, Lucas Lechuga, at lucas@miamicondoinvestments.com, or you can reach me on my cell phone at 786-247-6332. But before you leave, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below.